Good night, everyone. Johnson. Tonight, God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma Jill Spirit Divine. I'm here to give you a little short news on tonight. And we're going to start with crime without punishment. That's in Jackson, Mississippi. Unsolved homicide, in a black community. So Jackson, Mississippi have crime without punishment. No one is charged. You know, Mothers and family members, want closure. They want justice, and they're not getting justice at all. So they call the police, they ask for help, they ask, if you're going to investigate, you're going to find out who killed my son. Some of the cases are missing. Some of their children are still missing. You got some of his homicide. You know, it's like a cold case. It's not being solved at all. So that means all the crime that they have, is being, without any kind of punishment, no kind of action or anything being done. So the police department, and then they had one of the parents, one of the mothers, you know, she begging, you know, this was around the holidays. Can you help me, find who killed my son? He told her to wait after the holidays. So the police department stated they are backed up. So we understand you backed up. You know, but a lot of cases still have to be solved. So since the police don't want to solve their case, some cases of children are missing and some of them is an unsolved homicide. So the police the police close some of the cases without letting the mothers and the family member know anything about it. They have to hear from someone else. So they're not telling the mothers they closed the case. You know, so now these mothers and family, members are out in the street trying to get evidence, to have their children to have justice, so they can get some kind of help from the police. So when they finding evidence on the street, bringing it to the police, and they're saying they still, you know, they still can't handle the case. So they done all the hard work, going out there in the field, getting evidence, and they still will not take their case. So they want justice. Okay, they want justice and closure on what happened to their children. So they out in the street finding evidence. So they brought the evidence to the police. You know, um, they don't want to get involved. The case are still sitting. So you have unsolved cases for years that's not been solved. No one never been arrested. No one ever been arrested for all these crimes. No one. So no one had been arrested for none of these crimes. This is a crime without punishment. You know, so when there are crime and no punishment for any one action have been done, you know, they will always gonna have crime in Jackson, Mississippi. They have crime everywhere. But it's gonna be more in Jackson, Mississippi because they've been not being accountable for the action that they are doing. So they feel like the police don't care, they're gonna keep on doing what they're doing. And you have so many parents still in grief. The lady, I'm hearing her talking. This case happened a while ago. No matter how long it happened, you still gonna feel that pain. You know, you still gonna feel that pain. Because they need closure. No one never said where the child at. No one never said, how this happened. And you have anybody. They don't have none of those kind of good news coming to them. You know, so so now and this is another story. A retirement cop. Now he used to work in the department. You know, his daughter was killed. You know, and he called the police and he got no response. You know, he have none of the police department helping him, and he's a retired cop. He's a retired policeman. You know, and his daughter was killed, and he been trying to get help and justice, and could not, and he still cannot get no help. So anytime you got a retirement policeman trying to get help, so you know the mothers and the family members is not gonna get no help. You know, so you have mothers and family members out in the street trying to find evidence. You know, and I understand y'all is backed up. Y'all shout this out, police, but these parents and family members need help locating their children. You know, um, but you have to hire extra people. You have to hire extra people and try to take a little case at a time. You know, to let these people see that you do care. You know, that you are concerned. You know, on helping them. Cause right now they don't feel like you care. They don't feel like you trying to help them. You know they don't feel that right now. You know, because most of these cases been going on for years, and they're saying no police is not helping them, not helping them at all. You know, Jackson, the police is in Jackson, Mississippi. You know, y'all have to start helping these parents and family members on what happened to their children. You know, because this gonna keep going on and on because it's gonna be a crime without punishment. You know, so we talking about Jackson, Mississippi. You know, unsolved homicide. You know, cold cases. You know, and most of the time the case was closed. They ain't even know nothing about it. You know, so I feel my heart go out to these parents that lost their children. One went to the gas station and never returned back, and then they called her for to come get her car. But you know, not asking her about her son. You know, so it just too much is going on in Mississippi. Um, you have to help these parents. I'm speechless of words right now. You have to help these parents locating their children. Uh, find out, you know, who killed their child. You know, because these parents, you know, they need help. They're out there on the street trying to find evidence enough for something to happen to them. You know, they're not supposed to be on the street in a neighborhood. This is a black community. You know, and they're out there looking for evidence. You know, looking for evidence, trying to find out who killed their child. You know, so I understand y'all backed up, but some kind of way, you know, y'all gonna have to start taking on these cases, even if it's little by little. You have to start taking on these cases to help these people, to help these parents to give them closure. You know, so that's all the news I have for you on today. And I see you on the next video.